Hey guys, what's going on? I'm back and we're up to issue 14. So, no more of this out of sequence issues being released kind of a thing. That wasn't my fault in the first place, but you know, well. In this issue, it's probably going to be really quick, guys, because it's just a paint and a brush issue. I mean, we got some Mechanica Standard Grey. Ooh, Mechanica Standard Grey. Really handy paint. Pretty much you can use that for everything and anything I do. I found a ton of use for that one. A dry brush, a large dry brush. Now these things, they're pretty cool. I'm useless at dry brushing. Not to say that I can't do it. It takes a bit of a knack and some getting used to. Some people find it really, really easy. Other people like me and just be like, oh, I'd rather just edge highlight things. But yeah, that's a really simple thing to do. And then we got issue 14. I haven't opened this yet. This is me going through it with you the first time. So let's just see. I know it says organizations of the Imperium. So I'm guessing that'll be the way it's everything stepped out with how many things go in what and symbols and stuff like that. Learn to dry brush, and we got some new rules for the model. So we'll go through that. So let's turn the page, and we got this really cool looking Death Guard dying to some Ultramarines. So let's turn the page, see what we got. So we're going to go have a little bit of the history of the Imperium, Imperium Man. Yeah, more than 1,000 years. Yep. So a bit of a backstory there. Really cool imagery. And then lives in the Imperium. Wouldn't suggest that being too fun. We got the hierarchy, which is obviously the Emperor himself, and then everything spiraling out from him into the different factions. There's High Lords of Terror, the Inquisition, Adaptus, the Astartes, and so on and so forth, as you can see. And then there's like different subgroups and circles upon circles, and look, there's Adaptus Mechanicus, the Quest Knights, essentially, Orbits of Power, yeah, so it's like a galaxy within itself. And then, yeah, so then it explains what each one of those things are. So, yeah, cool. I'll have to give this a proper read later. I don't want to spoil it for you if you are reading this. So, Imperium in space. Perils of the Warp, blah, blah, blah. With stuff we've probably covered before. Void battles, so that'll be cool. I'm going to read that in a minute. And then how to paint armored containers. So this is where we're up to. I haven't shown this yet because I was going to do this video, but yeah. So that's essentially what they're saying. Hey guys, you have issue 13, so let's now paint your containers, which I'm slowly working on because I've got other things to do too. So in this, it's, you know, cover everything in bad and black with a, as you can see here, what paintbrush is that? That looks like it might be with the large dry brush itself, and yeah, probably don't do that with the dry brush. You can, there's nothing stopping you, but I'd probably go out and get yourself a large base brush. Large base brush looks, that's an extra large base brush. Also be careful with filling that with water, because they soak up water really quickly. So obviously with black, and then, yep. So taking the Mechanica Standard Grey, and this is how you dry brush, people. That's exactly what it sounds like. You want a dry brush, you want very little amount of paint on your brush. So there you got some tissue, they're working it into the bristles and taking paint off of it, so there's barely any left. And then it's a matter of flicking the brush across the model lightly, or heavily, depends on the effect you're going for, to catch all the high points and the edges, to highlight it. It's a really quick way of doing things. When I do it, I use it as a kind of like an outline for where I should edge highlight to make things crisp and clean, but some people can do this 1,000 times better than I can, and they make things look amazing just by dry brushing. And then it's obviously, hey, do this with lead belcher, paint this gold, and then, you know, you pretty much got a really decent thing there. Just wash it with Agrax Earthshade. And you can do some pretty interesting weathering effects. But that's black, and that looks really cool. And then obviously the ammo crates, which I've started painting up. Oh, I forgot to do mine one at least Death Guard green. But yeah, I'd highly wash them, not just the black, I'd wash the whole thing. Just to really have them stand out pretty well. But that's pretty cool. I like that. Courage and Honor, that's the scenario in this one, which looks like, yep, Plague Marines there, Poxwalkers there, Reavers, your Intercessors, and the Librarius, yeah. And going through that. I will start doing battle reports using these rules at some point when I've got enough done and painted and find someone to actually play with. So there's our character leadership there, because we're doing morale phase in this. And there's your move, psychic, shoot, charge, fight, morale. Morale is essentially how many units you've lost. Yeah, see? Choose squad, count the dead, take the test, which is roll a d6. Remove models. So you roll your d6. So let's say bang bang 2 dead. So roll a 5 plus 2, score is 7. Intercessor leadership is 9. So it's less than his leadership, he gets to stay. So we rolled a 5. We've lost 2, so 5 plus 2 equals 7, but it's lower than 9. We're all good. They stay on the board. If it gets higher than that, you remove the amount. So if it was, say, 10, somehow, so let's say you lost 5 in a squad and in 5 and it's 10, you'd remove 1 model because it's 1 higher than 9. Make sense? Yes. Good. All right. Yep, cool. Keep doing that. It's just showing that because it's got other things there for it as well. Then we've got Librarian, Aggressors, another nice looking page there. Secure the deck, a nice scenario there. Pretty cool. Flames of War, so fuel dump, ammo dump, no fear, some extra rules to go on with the scenario from before. And the last page, what are we getting in the next 2 weeks? Well, this awesome looking dude, that looks like he's going to be an absolute fun to paint with all this stuff going on the back. So he's a Biologus Putrefier. I guess he would go really well with that last dude we got. And then, issue 16, this is a big one. Okay, hear me out. 2 Hellblasters. I love Hellblasters. I run 10 so far, and I plan on running at least 20 at some point. Not with these guys, that was with my fists. 2 more Intercessors, that makes a squad of 5, which is exactly a squad size. 10 is max, so 5 is a good size. And we get an Inceptor. They're cool looking models. I don't have a painted one to show you, or I would, but that's issue 16. There's a lot of value in that, guys. So yeah, I'll calculate that one and tell you all about that one. But in this, guys, I think the value of everything is like 21, 22 bucks. So it's good paint, don't get me wrong. If you want to highlight black, it's really good. I use it as a base coat for lighter greys, but it's on you guys. So yeah, I've drawn on long enough. Wow, longer than I probably should have when it comes to a brush and paint, but I got more excited about the mag. So guys, that's issue 14. I'm going to ask, can I have a thumbs up? Because that would really help. Makes me feel good about myself. I'm joking. Leave me a comment. Say hi, what are you working on? If you had grey, what do you use grey for? And do you like dry brushing? Because I really don't. I'd rather edge highlight everything than dry brush. But let me know how you like it. And yeah. Alright guys. Have a good one. See you later.